Hi guys. Let's try that again. Hi Shanny Fannies, welcome to Educating Shanny. I'm Shanny and I'm recovering from an eating disorder. Hi Shanny, hi. So for today's Topic Tuesday video, I wanted to talk about something I've been wanting to talk about since this video that I'm going to talk about went up, so I can talk about it now because I'm talking about it. So for those of you that don't know who Anastasia Anonymous is, you should. I will put her information below and you can go subscribe to her channel. She's really awesome. She's super gorgeous, even though we only see from here down. We've never seen her eyes before, but her mouth could have its own show. Like, it's so beautiful. But of course I would love to see her eyes someday, and I hope that she'll show us someday. But for now, she's just wonderful and deep and beautiful and wonderful and deep and beautiful. And she's also very, very just smart and thinks about things that sometimes I don't think about. So I thought I would steal her idea and talk to you about it. Just kidding. I think I'll just respond to her video because she kind of aimed it towards me also, this topic that I'm about to talk about. And that topic is competition within eating disorders. So let's first watch some of her video, and I'll put the entire video below in case you want to go watch it. It's really awesome and she's awesome and blah, blah, blah. But let's just watch part of it and then you guys can see what and then I'll respond. Okay.
I'm just waiting for laundry and I thought I would sit down and make a quick video. Quick, I say quick and now watch. It'll be 20, 30, fucking 40 minutes long.
Story of my life, girl.
You guys know me. You know my MO by this point. But it's something I've actually wanted to talk about for quite a while now. It's something that I don't know, it's been on my mind for a long time. And it is competitiveness within eating disorders. And I know, like, when it comes to eating disorders, if there's two individuals, for example, and they both have an eating disorder, there's going to be a lot of competition. Like, they're going to be comparing themselves to each other, they're going to be comparing how much they exercise, how much they eat, what they eat, and it's always like a fucking competition. And I've noticed this, I've observed it in people with eating disorders. People with eating disorders will openly, freely admit it all the time. It's one of the known characteristics / symptoms of an eating disorder. It's competitiveness like that. Always trying to like outdo other people. And I've personally experienced this with friends of mine that have had eating disorders. And it's so strange to me because, yes, to an extent, especially when I was younger, I did experience slight or minimal feelings of competitiveness when it came to my eating disorder. Whether the person that I felt competitive against had an eating disorder or not. But it's just so weird to me. Like, now I'm almost 26 years old, and I mean, even when I was younger and had an eating disorder, like in my teens, I've just never been that way, kind of. I've never really felt strongly that way. And I'm not sitting here trying to say, like, that's a good thing and, like, toot my own horn. I'm not trying to say that. What I'm trying to say is it just hasn't really been a part of my eating disorder personally. And it actually has made me question myself in the past. Like, do I really have an eating disorder because I don't feel all these, like, stereotypical ways that apparently everyone with an eating disorder does feel? Logically, I can understand it as, okay, this is a symptom, generally speaking, not all the time, but a lot of the time, this is just a symptom of this disease. I can grasp it logically. I don't understand it just from my own personal viewpoint. I did not understand it with my friend. And to be perfectly honest, based off my experiences that I have had with people that used to be friends of mine with eating disorders, I'm very, very wary of befriending other individuals who have eating disorders. I seek them out because I can relate to them and we connect and we share the same struggles. But at the end of the day, I'm very wary because I'm worried that they're going to be that I'm going to have to put up with this stupid, it's not stupid because it's a symptom of a disease, but in the moment to me, it feels like stupidity. It feels like shallowness. It feels immature. It's mean, and it's just stupid bullshit. In my opinion, it feels like stupid bullshit that I then have to deal with, and it's like, why can't we just be friends? Why can't we be nice to each other? Why can't we be happy for each other? I don't fucking get it. Like, why do we have to be... Sorry, I'm like trying to adjust my camera. Okay. Yeah, I just don't fucking get it, and I've literally had friendships ruined over it because the other person, yeah, they had a lot of issues going on, and they were just not in a healthy or good mindset, and it ruined our friendship. And it was because, not just because of their eating disorder, don't get me wrong, they had a lot of other issues going on, but that was a huge one that played into it. Their competitiveness, their insecurity. Something I've noticed from a fellow YouTuber, Shanny. I'm pretty sure we all know of Shanny from Educating Shanny. I've noticed, like, when people comment or write to her or something, if she's like reading fan mail or comments on videos or something, I've noticed, like, if they write to her and tell her, like, I'm doing so well, or I'm now healed from my eating disorder, I'm in recovery, or whatever. Sorry, I'm like trying not to burp. Oh, I fucking hate that, like, in all my videos I'm so nasty.
Just let it out. Come on.
What was I saying? Oh, so, like, if they tell her, like, how good they're doing or whatever, like, in general, my experience has been that people aren't happy or excited for you when you're doing well. They get insecure, they get jealous, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But, like, I noticed she seems genuinely happy for them and excited, and she's very positive. Like, that's awesome, good for you, I'm so happy for you, I'm so excited, yay, good job, blah, 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 whatever. Like, she'll say stuff along those lines, and she genuinely seems really happy and excited for the person. And based off what I know about her and what type of person she seems to be, hey, be nice. The cat and the dog are fighting as usual. Oh my god, stop. Be nice. Yeah, she just seems like genuinely happy, and that to me is rare, to see other people be like actually, legitimately, truly happy for you and encouraging and positive. Like, I've seen it shallowly, if that's a word, like people being like, oh yay, that's awesome for you, and then turning around and being like, that bitch, she's like doing so well, fuck her, you know, kind of like, not that exactly, you know what I mean. Yeah, like, I've just seen that a lot, and I don't understand it. I'm like, is she choosing to be positive, or does she really feel this way? Because it seems like she actually feels genuinely happy for these people, which is so rare to see. And I don't know, like, I'm not gonna ask you, Shanny, I know you watch some of my videos, I'm not gonna ask you to, like, comment.
And my battery just died.
I'm not gonna ask you to, like, comment back or respond or anything like that. I know, like, anxiety you feel about that. I don't know, maybe in a Q&A video someday I could ask you about it if I think to. Wow, I'm shaking the camera so hard for my arm is legitimately, like, shaking. Whoa.
Mine too. I have no muscle to hold this up.
But yeah,
so anyway, if you want to see the full video, it's really, really sweet. She talks more about Danny and how awesome she is, or how awesome he is and stuff, and that just means the world to me that she did that, so thank you. And if you want to see the rest of her video, I will, again, that's in the description below and you can check it out. I'm not wearing any pants, so shocking. So I just wanted to respond to what she wanted me to respond to, which was, she was asking if I have ever experienced this, like a competition with somebody else with an eating disorder, or am I genuinely happy for other people when they start to heal and get better from their eating disorder? So first of all, I went through stages. I still do it. Okay, I don't know how to explain this. I guess I've never really experienced, like, actually openly competing with somebody else who had an eating disorder, because where I grew up, I don't know about you, you must be a lot younger than me, but when I grew up, you just didn't really talk about that to each other. I mean, you did, but it would be once in a while when you're having a super deep, serious talk with your friend at a slumber party or something. Like, it wasn't something that we would talk about all the time in school or in lunch break or just when we hung out together. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it just wasn't known that everybody was suffering with an eating disorder, those that were anyway. But I always knew the ones that were, and I would find myself competing in the sense that I would want to look like them or look better than them, which in my eyes always meant skinnier. So if I could get skinnier than them, then I would be better than them or look better than them. But I never really thought to myself, I want to be better than them. I just want to lose weight because they're getting all the attention. I'm the fat girl, they're the skinny girl, they're getting all the attention. Like, competition for me was a little bit different because I was overweight throughout my adolescence. I don't know if I would even call it a competition. I don't know how to explain this. I mean, first of all, I was very, very immature. And when I say immature, I don't mean like, oh, she's so immature, she needs to grow up. No, like, I literally was not developed in my brain enough to understand what I was doing or to even see the harm in comparing myself to other people and things like that. But what I did go through is just constantly, I always had 1 or 2 or 3 girls that I would look at school or wherever I would be when I wasn't at school or at home, even some of my sisters here and there, whatever. Like, there was always somebody that I would look at and want to be like as in their body. Because I felt pretty confident about my hair, and that's it. And I figured, I hated my face too. I hated everything. I figured if I had lost enough weight, then my face would look better. I figured if I got skinny enough, then boys would start asking me to dance and asking me out for dates. The competitiveness for me was not spoken. It wasn't like talked about with another friend with an eating disorder. It was just within myself and with them, but they didn't know. So like, I would always compare myself and compete against whatever girl it was that I was obsessing over, that I wanted to look like that week or that month or that year or whatever. I think these days, if I was 13 years old or 14 or 15 or 16 these days, and I did have an eating disorder, I think I would have been more competitive because I feel like people are starting to talk about it more, and that's great. Like, I'm so glad people are talking about it, but in my day, it just wasn't talked about. Like, I just never felt I couldn't be competitive in the sense that you were with your friends or whatever, whoever you were talking about, because it just wasn't talked about. It wasn't spoken. Everybody knew that and when I say everybody, I mean my closest friends, they knew I had an eating disorder. They knew that I would cut myself. They knew all these things about myself, but it was never like spoken about. Like, not often. Again, once in a while we would have these deep talks and blah, 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 but it would never be like an ongoing, constant thing and knowledge that I knew that that other girl had an eating disorder and so we must compete, or she knew that I did and so we're competing, or we compare notes and we compare weight and we compare calories and numbers and all. Like, I just never experienced that because nobody would talk about it like that. It just was something that was so lonely and secretive back then, and it still is for many of us and for many young people out there, but I feel like we're definitely evolving. I mean, that was, how many years ago? How old am I? I mean, that was almost 20 years ago. Let's move on from that. So the other thing you wanted to know is if I really am truly happy for other people when they make progress with their eating disorder, with healing from their eating disorder. So I totally get what you're saying, that like so many people out there would not be happy because there's always that sense of competition, blah, blah, blah. But again, I never really felt that. I don't know, I don't feel that. I feel genuinely happy for people. And I think, honestly, it's not that I'm a good person or a nice, sweet, kind person or anything like that. It's that I'm selfish. Because if I can see other people healing, then that gives me hope. That means that maybe I can heal. And so if they tell me they're getting better, I'm like, whoa, you're like proof here that it's possible. So I've got a fighting chance. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really, I mean, and also I've been blessed with, it's a blessing and it's a curse sometimes. It's never a curse, but sometimes it's difficult in this world. I've been blessed with a sweet heart, and I know that, and that's the only thing in the world that I'm confident about myself, like the most confident, I should say. I truly love and genuinely care for other people and their well-being. But besides that, it's also just so refreshing and so motivating to hear anybody succeed, to hear that anybody is doing better and that they had a good day, or that they stopped binging and purging, or that they're starting to eat again, or eating healthy and eating healthy in the right way, and blah, blah, blah. I will say, that just made me think, I did not think of this till now, but I have always, like, until maybe about 3 months ago, like around the time when I really got serious and stopped binging and purging, I remember before that, I would look at super healthy people and get so pissed off at them and be like, you're so annoying. How are you so healthy? How do you love it? How are you so confident? How are you this? How are you that? I hate you so much. But it's not like I'm competitive or actually hate them or anything like that. I'm just jealous. Like you said in the video, I'm just jealous. Why can I not eat like that and feel okay and be okay? Why can I not treat my body okay? Why do I, all those things. I don't know. So, but that, like, healthy eating people used to annoy the crap out of me. And that's not right. Like, I should be proud of them and happy for them, but I wasn't. And I think it's just because I was insecure about that, and I knew that I was unhealthy, and these people have found health so easily. So yeah, I got jealous. I think it's natural to feel competitive. I think it's natural to look at somebody and their body, especially when you have an eating disorder. I think it's natural to look at different body types and wish that you had that. And that's part of the disease. That's also part of humanity. I think we all do it, even people who don't have eating disorders. So anyway, I guess I just would say that I don't really know how to wrap this up, but I would say that if you're feeling competitive with a friend with an eating disorder, I've talked about this before, you should not be friends with that person. It has nothing to do with how they are as a person or how good or how bad of a person they are. It just has to do with the fact that you have to watch out for yourself first. So if you're young out there or older, whatever, and you have a friend who you are openly talking to about your eating disorder and it's become a competition, that's like one of the most dangerous relationships you can have when you have an eating disorder, is another friend with an eating disorder that encourages it. Unless you're both trying to get better together, then that's different. But if you're triggering each other, if you're telling each other tips on eating disorders, if you're supporting the fast weight loss, if you're supporting unhealthiness in general, then that is not a friend. And pray for them and move on, because you can't do that to yourself. And who knows, maybe it would help them if you weren't friends with them, not because of you, but because of them. Maybe if they didn't have somebody else with them doing what they're doing with them, then maybe they would see what's wrong about it and stop, or try and get help anyway. So I would just say to watch out for that, because she is so right. Anastasia, that's not her real name. I know her real name, but I know she doesn't probably want it on there. She would have put it on there, but she's amazing. I love her so much. But so Anastasia, thank you for making this video and bringing this to light, and for eloquently talking, which is something I can't do. Like, you're good at wording this topic. I wouldn't have been able to do that. So I'm really glad I could just kind of show your video and then make my response, because you talked really, really well about it. And I'm really, really grateful for that. So I would love to know your guys' thoughts too, if you've ever experienced competitiveness with eating disorders. And again, just remember that I say it every day, you're beautiful and you are worth it. because you are, and so are the other people in your life, and so is anybody in the world. Like, every single person in this world deserves a chance, and every person in this world deserves to be happy and healthy, and none of us should be jealous if other people, and that's something I'm still working on, but none of us should be jealous of other people who are happy. We shouldn't be jealous of people who are healthy. We shouldn't be jealous of people. We shouldn't be jealous at all, right? But it's so hard. I get it. Like, I get it. But why don't we turn that jealousy into motivation to get better? Unless you're jealous of an eating disorder, don't turn that into motivation for an eating disorder. But just turn it into, okay, yeah, okay, you know what I mean. You don't know what I mean. You know what I mean. But anyway, so please go subscribe to Anastasia Anonymous. I think she's so awesome. I think she's so selfless and giving and kind and loving, and she's also real and like awesome, and like I want to hang out with her. Like, she's just so cool too, you know what I mean? So please go subscribe, and I'll put the full video but in the description as well, and you can check that out. So she's really awesome. Go give her some support, and leave your thoughts in the comments of her video too, but I also want to hear them in the comments of this video. So even if you just want to copy and paste and put it in her video, because I know she wants to hear a lot of the responses, a lot of thoughts that you're having about this. So please, yeah, please do that. So okay, so thank you again, Anastasia Anonymous, for the video and for the topic, and for giving me the idea of the video. No, thank you for letting me steal your idea of the video. You didn't give me the idea. I stole it completely from under your ass. Belt? What do people say? Under your belt, under your shoe, boot, under your... What is the phrase? You stole it right from under their butt. You stole it right from under their ass. You stole it right from under their boots. Nope. Right from under their belt. I think it's belt. What is it? I don't know. You stole it from right underneath her belt. Butterscotch? Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe to my channel and spread my message around. Welcome again to all the new subscribers, and I want all of you to remember that forever and always, you are beautiful, you are worth it, and I am too. I will see you tomorrow, and thank you for watching. Bye!